What's up, everyone? My name is Mistic. Welcome to Mistic Rex. Today we're watching a video by Salmonella Academy. Produce section poisons. Food Friday. Yum yum. I'm not sure what will be in here, but I feel like peanuts should definitely be on the list. But let's get into it. Like and subscribe. Check out the video down below. And yeah, check out Patreon.
Hey kids, it's
Hello.
Food Friday. So today, I'm going to cover some of the deadly
Okay.
toxins found in your local produce section. Our
Yeah,
first item
like
is
apples.
rhubarb. Now, the part of the rhubarb that you normally
Never
eat, the
had one.
delicious red stalk, is virtually toxin-free, so no
That's
worries
that's
there.
what you
It's the
eat.
greenery of the plant that's a cause for concern. The leaves of the rhubarb plant contain small amounts of oxalic acid, which is toxic to humans. And it's not a fun
Yay.
poison either, not one of those drift off to dreamland types. It will mess your day up,
Okay.
particularly in the digestive and renal areas. Some
Hmm.
symptoms include breathing difficulty, burning
I
of the
have that.
mouth and throat,
I
eye
have that.
pain, bloody
I have that.
urine,
I have
abdominal
that.
pain,
I
nausea,
have that.
vomiting,
I have that.
diarrhea,
I have that.
convulsions,
I have that.
coma, and only then will you finally receive the sweet release of death.
Maybe I
Of
don't
course, you
have
need
all
like a
that.
shitload of leaves to actually reach the lethality point, about
Okay.
11 pounds for a 150
Ooh.
pound person. To put that into perspective, the average person eats around 4 pounds of food a day total. So to
Hmm.
eat that weight of anything would be very difficult.
Right.
Next up are almonds. So you know how they say cyanide reeks of almonds? Turns out it's actually the other way around. Sweet almonds, the type people normally eat, contain a bit of the toxin, just enough to get a whiff. After
Ooh.
eating about a pound of them, you may experience some
Apples
of the
too.
more mild
Apple
symptoms, which,
seeds.
while they're not exactly fun, aren't quite as bad as oxalic acid.
Hmm.
In order for the poison to actually be deadly, you would have to eat around 4 pounds of almonds in the course of a couple hours.
Hmm.
Considering that's the total food intake daily for an average person, and that you would be vomiting, cramping, and hyperventilating the whole time, it'd be hard to pull off. Next are
Yeah,
apple
maybe.
seeds.
Mhm.
Most of you are probably familiar with this one.
Yep.
Apple seeds contain cyanogenic glycosides, which are materials that produce cyanide once
Mhm.
they enter the digestive system. These chemicals also have a significant presence in a
Ooh.
whole menagerie of other produce
Yum.
items, but out of all of these, apple seeds will give you the most bang for your buck as far as potency goes. You would
Good
only
to
need
know.
around 3.5 ounces of the seeds to do yourself in, which is a lot easier to pull off than the last two.
Right.
Of course, the whole point of seeds in fruit is so that things will eat 'em and crap 'em out elsewhere to spread
Mhm.
the plant around, which would be pretty hard to do if the thing carrying your babies keels over and dies.
Just
For
a
this
little bit.
reason, the glycosides are only accessible when one crushes the seeds open. Whole seeds are
Hmm.
relatively safe. But if you really wanted to off yourself, you could toss 18 apple cores in a blender and drink the whole thing. The most
Hmm.
virulent thing you'll find in your entire produce section, however, is none other than the kidney bean.
The
Yes, this
what?
innocent-looking legume holds some sinister secrets. Kidney beans contain a
Clickety.
toxin known as phytohemagglutinin, and as little as 4
Big
raw beans
word.
worth is enough to trigger symptoms. The main sign of kidney bean poisoning is known scientifically as two-tip tummy terrorism. Boiling the beans
My
deactivates the
tummy
toxin,
hurts.
which is why we can eat them normally, but heating the beans below the boiling point, as in a slow cooker, actually increases the toxin's potency, to the
Ooh.
point where a single heated bean is enough to get you blasting out of both ends. I couldn't actually find any reports on deaths caused by the toxin, probably because everyone who ingests it ends up propelling it away from them at high velocities a few hours later. But
Right.
it'll certainly make you want to die at least. There are a
Hmm.
bunch of other minor sources of poison present in your produce section, of course. I just decided to highlight a few. Anyway, I'm Salmonella, and thank you for watching.
I'm Mistic. Thank you for watching. The only one I knew about was apples, which I don't eat apples in the first place. And I hate anything. I hate anything with seeds, especially watermelon. But I don't like watermelon to begin with, so I also don't like almonds. I don't like anything mentioned actually. So let me know if you eat any of these, and watch out for how much you consume. But yeah, until next time, bye bye.